Hi. Okay. Finally getting to doing the last few details on these kukri. So just walking along. The edges have been slicked to a reasonable level of shine. And then what I do then is I don't naturally wax the edges. Rather than use something the industry calls as edge coat, coat with a K, I don't like the way that it kind of peels away after a while. It's like a sort of plastic sort of, anyway, it's like a paint. What I'd rather use is Resolene. Resolene, it's like that. This is an acrylic, so it's basically a seal. And then I use a dauber and I go down the entire edge, and that's every edge going, multiple coats. So the actual raw edges of the leather are completely sealed, but you can feed the leather from the outside because it's got a natural wax finish. The inside is also Resolened, so you can sort of like you can't, if you over oiled your knife and then put it in the sheath, the oil shouldn't weep into the leather on the inside and wick out. So the inside is Resolened, the edges are Resolened, but the actual outside of the sheath is a natural wax, a carnauba finish. So I feed it natural wax finish on the outside, and then you can top coat it with the Ren wax, but it's not sealed so much as you can't reintroduce something later. You could always put more stuff in. Alright, so, and then once I've done one coat, just like that, put it up, leave it to dry, and about 15 minutes I put another coat on. So back to this other one, because there's two. So now that's had one sort of coating, one treatment of Resolene, and it doesn't look as matte now. So touch more Resolene, and obviously it doesn't go in as readily on a second coat. And then what I do is I just sort of collect it up and then keep going. And after about 4 applications, it's not a very efficient way of doing it. I'll put this down, I'll sit and watch YouTube for a couple of minutes maybe. I've got some other stuff, maybe I can run the laser, but it's a case of doing a coat, putting it down, coming back to it in a bit, and then eventually you'll have you'll get that shine up on your edges where it was kind of matte. Yeah, I mean, you could have glassed it up, but then if I'd have glassed it up, the Resolene wouldn't have gone in as deep because it wouldn't have had a sort of 600 grit key to it. And then obviously elements like this, edges of the pouches, the belt pouch that hangs on the dangler, that gets the edge, all edges get exactly the same. Every rolled edge gets Resolened, Resolene, Resolene. There you and start seeing the finish get higher and higher finish. It's not a one coat daub to the edge coat on. This is gradually build up layers of Resolene. So that's had one coat already. Quite nice. So unpop it, swoop, swoop, belt loop a bit as well, because that's got a raw edge, and then all the way down the back, the bottom, and the other side. And you can see, you know, like when it sort of soaks in, it's still got that matte look. You can just give it a little bit more. So at the top there, it didn't look as shiny, so just touch it up a bit more there. And now, that's now 2 coats. So that's 2 coats of Resolene, as opposed to 1 coat. And the sort of 600 grit finish underneath. It hasn't completely closed the leather up, so the Resolene will go in a fair amount. So that's that kind of stage there. You see that which I've just done on there. Gradually. 4 applications is enough for me. If you really wanted to be very fastidious, you could sort of 600 grit, key it down like, you know, like you're doing on a car before you put the next application on, but just gently put your next layer on. The second layer won't be anywhere near as much. The first one like really sort of disappears in. But yeah, that's the stage I do. So all the edges and the inside is Resolened. You feed the leather from the front with a treatment, conservator's choice, and then I carnauba, and then just before it goes away, packing away, is Ren wax, sort of seal it, protect it. And the actual edges is all Resolene, which is a very resilient, repellent sort of coating. So thanks for joining me again, Scott Wessex Blades 8. As I finally finish, I take too long, finally finish Rolf and Brian's kukris.